So, welcome to Jumbo Eyes and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The idea is that we want you to revise your current affairs, and what better way to revise your current affairs than by getting the much needed MCQ practice. You see, current affairs form a very important portion of your prelims examination. 40 to 50% of the questions are directly or indirectly related to current affairs. Therefore, you cannot choose to ignore current affairs. And you cannot choose to get MCQ practice as well. Now, if you really want to secure your 40 to 50% MCQs in the prelims examination this year, you need to make this lecture series a part of your daily routine, a daily habit of yours. All right, let's begin today's discussion, starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding retinal diseases. These are disorders that affect retina, the outer layer of the eye that allows light to enter. Retinoblastoma is a retinal disorder that affects the central part of retina, leading to loss of central vision. Diabetic retinopathy is caused by damage to blood vessels in the retina due to diabetes. Okay. Now, retinal diseases, as the name suggests, affects your retina. Retina is your inner layer in your eyeball. Okay. It is the layer where basically the image is formed. So it is the screen where image is formed. Whatever you see comes to your eyes through a lens, and then that lens refracts that light and creates an image on retina. Connected to retina is the optical nerve. So whatever you see is transmitted to your brain through this optical nerve. Now, some people have disorders in this layer. Okay, this is known as retinal disorders or retinal diseases. The outer layer of retina is the outer layer of eye is called the cornea, the outermost layer of eye. Okay, cornea is different. Okay, retina is different. So this statement is false. Now, retinoblastoma is a retinal disorder that affects the central part of retina, leading to loss of central vision. You see, had there been, or if instead of retinoblastoma, it was written age-related macular degeneration. If AMD was written instead of retinoblastoma, then the statement would have been correct. Because retinoblastoma is a form of cancer of retina, which mostly affects children. Okay, so this statement is also false. Now, diabetic retinopathy, obviously, as the name suggests, it's related to blood sugar levels. If your blood sugar levels are quite high, then the blood vessels that supply blood to retina, okay, to give it some nutrition, okay, now those blood vessels become damaged because of high sugar levels. So this damages your retina. So yes, diabetes also affects your vision. So this is diabetic retinopathy, only 1A. Question 2. Which of the following statements is are correct regarding critical minerals? These are those minerals that are vital to the economy and national security of countries. Globally, 30 minerals have been identified that are categorized as critical minerals by all countries. National Critical Mineral Mission, which aims at securing supply chain of these minerals, is implemented by Commerce Ministry. Okay. So basically, what are critical minerals? Critical minerals are those minerals which are used in the manufacture of cutting edge technologies of the future, like electric vehicles, electric batteries, and whatnot, solar panels. Okay. Now, these critical minerals are critical for a country's economy and national security. That's why they are called critical minerals. And every country is after securing the supply of these critical minerals. So this is correct. Okay, statement 1 is absolutely correct. Now, the thing is, each country defines what are critical minerals based on its own circumstances. So each country has a different list of critical minerals. Okay, USA has identified a few minerals as critical minerals. European Union has identified 31 minerals as critical minerals. India has identified 30 minerals as critical minerals. So there is no global identification. Okay, each country decides itself. Now, India launched National Critical Mission, which aims at securing supply chain of these minerals. Absolutely correct. But this mission is implemented by Ministry of Mines, not Commerce Ministry. So this is false. Only one B. Question 3. Which of the following statements is are correct regarding nuclear fusion energy? Nuclear fusion reaction only occurs in plasma and requires extreme temperatures. Plasma is hot ionized gas which is form of charged matter, a conducive environment for nuclei to fuse together. International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor is a Chinese project to demonstrate nuclear fusion applications. Now look, nuclear energy can be produced through either fission or fusion. The thing is that human beings have learned to exploit nuclear fission energy. Nuclear fission involves breaking down a heavy nucleus, like uranium's nucleus. Okay, so we have created atomic bombs through nuclear fission. We have created nuclear power reactors, electricity producers through nuclear fission. But we have failed to master nuclear fusion technology to make, basically, to make electricity. Okay, now various experimental reactors are working right now round the clock to make exploitation of nuclear fusion for electricity possible. Okay, nuclear fusion is possible only in stars like our sun. Sun gets its energy from nuclear fusion. What is involved in nuclear fusion? Two light nuclei like hydrogen and its isotopes, they combine to produce a heavier nucleus and energy is released. Okay, now the reason why human beings have not been able to master this technology is because for a nuclear reaction to happen, nuclear reactions always happen in a medium, and that medium should be plasma. Plasma is fourth state of matter. Apart from solid, liquid, gases, fourth state of matter. And plasma doesn't exist in cooler temperatures. For plasma to exist, you need at least 100 million degrees Celsius of temperatures. Okay, which is possible only on sun. Clear? So without plasma, there is no nuclear fusion reaction. So nuclear fusion reaction only occurs in plasma and requires extreme temperatures. Absolutely correct. The reason why plasma is suitable is because plasma is a hot ionized gas. Now the atoms of this gas, in those atoms, some electrons are knocked out. So they become ions. This hot soup of ionized atoms is known as plasma. And it creates a charged environment where nuclear fusion reactions can happen easily. So this is also correct. Now, International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor is a collaborative project between 35 nations. Not just Chinese, 35 nations. China is part of that. India is part of that. France is part of that. This ITER is in France. Okay, so it's not a Chinese project. It's a project of these 35 nation countries. So 1 and 2 only. Question 4. Consider the following regarding Team Initiative by MSME Ministry. It aims to make micro, small, medium enterprises adopt e-commerce. Team Initiative has set a target of onboarding 5 lakh MSMEs on different e-commerce platforms like Amazon and Flipkart. It has a budget of 277 crores for a period of 3 years. Now look, Government of India wants to boost growth in MSME sector. Okay. Now, one way of improving the revenues of MSME sector is get them on e-commerce platforms where the entire world's market is at their feet. Okay. They won't be localized to a particular location. Now they can sell their product anywhere in the world through e-commerce. Okay. So for that, MSME ministry launched Team Initiative. Now, under this Team Initiative, the target is that 5 lakh MSMEs should be onboarded, open network for digital commerce. Okay, ONDC. Okay, so government will bring these 5 lakh MSMEs on ONDC. ONDC was created as a rival for Amazon and Flipkart because currently e-commerce market is dominated by these two. So government wanted to end their monopoly or duopoly of sorts. So government created ONDC. These 5 lakh MSMEs would be onboarded on ONDC. So this part is incorrect. Third statement is absolutely correct. Okay. And last, Consider the following regarding PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. It is a central sector scheme by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy that aims to install rooftop solar panels on 1 crore households. Under this scheme, the government is incentivizing rooftop solar installations by providing 40% subsidy on installation cost. Now, the thing is that government wants these 1 crore households to become self-reliant as far as electricity is concerned. Government doesn't want them to be dependent on uh, government for providing electricity. For that, government is providing them financial incentives to install rooftop solar panels over their roof, which would produce electricity and provide to their house. Okay. Now, why would people construct or install these rooftop solar panels? Because they are expensive. Why would the people do that? Because government is providing 40% subsidy on it. So this part is correct. Now, this is a scheme under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, but it's not a central sector scheme. It's centrally sponsored scheme. The difference between central sector and central sponsored scheme is, in central sector scheme, 100% funding comes from Government of India. In centrally sponsored scheme, the funding is shared between central and state governments. Okay, so it's a centrally sponsored scheme. So this part is false. B. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And please do not forget to download the notes for this lecture. These notes are available on our Telegram platform, and the link to our Telegram platform is provided in the comment section below. Make sure you check that out. On that note, I'll be signing off. Thank you so much, everyone.